Her body was never found. Cleopatra, the last queen of Egypt, watched the tides of history turn against her. Yet even in the shadow of defeat, she became a legend. But what if her story didn't end with her death? What if the queen chose her own grave, hidden from Rome and lost for more than 2,000 years? Plutarch, one of Rome's greatest historians, tells us that after Cleopatra's death, Octavian, the man who would soon become Augustus, the first emperor of Rome, granted her final wish: to be buried beside her lover, Mark Antony. He paints a haunting picture: the fallen queen, dressed in royal robes, lying in state with all the dignity of a monarch, even though she had been Rome's greatest enemy. A century later, the historian Cassius Dio repeats the same tale. It's a deeply romantic vision: two doomed lovers, reunited in death, entombed in a great mausoleum in Alexandria. But were they? Or is this just the story Rome wanted us to believe? Neither Plutarch nor Dio ever saw these events. Plutarch was writing more than 100 years after Cleopatra's death. Dio, even later. Their stories were shaped by the politics of their time. To Octavian, Cleopatra was no tragic heroine. She was the embodiment of Eastern decadence, a threat that had to be erased. Would such a man really build her a lavish tomb to immortalize her memory? Many modern historians doubt it. If Antony and Cleopatra were buried together at all, their tomb was likely humble, obscure, perhaps even deliberately humiliating. For centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and dreamers have searched for their resting place. In Alexandria, the task is almost impossible. Much of the ancient city, its palaces, temples, and monuments, now lies beneath the Mediterranean Sea. In recent decades, underwater archaeologists like Frank Gaudio have uncovered colossal statues, temple ruins, and treasures from Cleopatra's world. But never, not once, a tomb. Plutarch and Dio tell us that Octavian allowed them to be buried together, yet neither mentions where. That silence has left the world wondering for nearly 2,000 years. Some believe they were laid to rest in the great royal mausoleum of the Ptolemies, a building long vanished beneath the modern city. If that's true, their tomb may be lost forever. But one theory stands apart: a place 30 miles west of Alexandria, the Temple of Taposiris Magna. Here, archaeologists have found coins bearing Cleopatra's image, statues of the Ptolemies, and inscriptions from her reign. The temple was dedicated to Osiris, god of death and rebirth, husband of the goddess Isis, whom Cleopatra claimed as her divine self. If she were buried here, it would mean uniting herself not just with Antony, but with the gods themselves. Leading this search is Dr. Kathleen Martínez, a lawyer turned archaeologist from the Dominican Republic. For nearly 2 decades, she has devoted her life to proving that Cleopatra chose this sacred temple as her final resting place. Her team has uncovered hidden tunnels, chambers sealed for millennia, and relics that whisper of the last queen's presence. And yet, the queen herself remains missing. No golden sarcophagus, no inscriptions bearing her name, only silence, sand, and the echo of a legend that refuses to die. After her defeat, Cleopatra had no power left. Octavian controlled her fate, even her body. The idea that she planned her own burial may be more poetic than real,